First opened back in 2010, we're on the air from Target Field here in downtown Minneapolis. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Colorado Rockies and the Minnesota Twins. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasquez. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I can't help but be impressed with the way these guys have come into this series and just flat out handled their business. They're hitting on all cylinders, and I don't want to fully count out the other guys, but if the last 3 games are any indication of how this will play out, I think this series could be over really quick.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Salvatore Valencia is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Into the box, Daniel Castellano. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch on its way. Hit to short. And a good throw gets him one gone. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. What do you have on this lineup as they go for a championship here on the road, D-Row?
Well, Matt, this goes for both lineups. They know they're dealing with a tough test in a pitcher's park, but they can't let that bother them too bad, or they'll walk out of here a 3-4 game set, 0 for 12, 0 for 15. They have to find a way to stay within themselves, line drive approach. One will carry out of here if they get it.
And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. Digging in next, Dave Burns. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. And that one yanked just foul. Here it comes, 0-2. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
That's a good pitch right there, but you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your moneymakers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
A swing and a ground ball to third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Down the third baseline, but foul. Now another 1-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Dickinson corrals it, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Owen Harden gets the ball with a world championship on the line. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding in is Daniel Gomes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. On the ground, softly towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit, leading off for the boys. This guy has had a monster postseason so far.
Standing in now, Alan Jashik, as he can't make contact and is tied up here at strike one. Hit down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
At the plate now, Derek Welburn. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Took a real risk by going after the lead runner there heading into third. That's always a tough call, and it's hard to fault them for being aggressive, but you hate not to get an out.
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the third out. Twins strand a pair. Still no score. Now at the plate, Sean Bourbon. First offering. Soft grounder left side. Scooped up. Throw is in time for the first out of the second.
Okay, here's how the Twins are lining up defensively. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has. An absolute howitzer.
Into the box now, Jimmy Howe. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. At the plate, Mitch Montañez, as he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So now to the plate, Edwin Freighter. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only 1 away. To the plate now, Solomon Lincoln. But this is speared by the first baseman, and he'll take it to the bag for the out, and there's your unassisted double play. So no runs here on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Last half of the second set to go, and now it'll be the catcher, Terry Dickinson. First pitch on its way. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. This one's flared toward left center, and that'll get down for a base hit. So now to the plate, Joaquin Vasquez. Swinging a soft liner. The throw will go to third. Oh, he may have been a little disoriented there or something. That's going to allow his man to reach first safely. not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. One run is scored. And they won't push things here as they'll hold the second runner at third, so they're loaded now with still nobody out. Standing in now, Daniel Gomes. He'll come home with it, and he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
On the ground to the right side. 1 run scores.
Sometimes you gotta tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Reined in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Stepping in once again is Mark Theophanopoulos. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Right to him, and he's safe. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 6-0 ball game. He's set, and the pitch. To the left side, but it's well fouled.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's 7-0.
Man, the hit parade continues. It's not an easy thing to do in professional baseball. Doesn't seem like this inning's going to ever stop. Right now, they've already scored 7 runs.
One there. Now it'll be Gavin O'Connell. He collected a base hit his first time up. Hit on the ground to third. He's got it. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores. Next to hit is Aaron Pena. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Burns is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an 8th spot on them. We'll go now to the top of the third. Minnesota leads this one 8-0. So stepping in is Nelson Salgado. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So here is Daniel Castellano, 0 for 1 here in the early going. In the air, down the line in left. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put-away stuff.
Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. He makes the throw to first, 2 down. Stepping in next, Raleigh Samuel grounded out in his last at-bat. Now here's the first offering. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Twins 8 and the Rockies nothing. Welcome back to Target Field as we send it to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he's really pleased with how they've performed in run-scoring opportunities in this one. He said he's seen his hitters take it to another level with runners in scoring position today, which is reflected in their batting average in those situations. Over a 600 clip. Clearly, that's been a big part of the story of this game.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Daniel Gomes, who came around to score last time after reaching on an error.
This is when you got to get selfish. You cannot get complacent or overconfident right here. These days don't happen often. When you got your foot on the accelerator and the entire offense is feeling pretty good, get greedy and keep getting knocks and putting pressure on the defense.
And another foul ball. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
At the plate now, Alan Jashik, as he puts it on the ground to third. And that's the second out. So now into the box is Derek Welburn. A hit in 2 tries so far. Swing and a line drive. And that'll get down for a 2-out single. You can relate, Dan, so what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
Well, man, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Hit to third. Scooped up. Now he thought about first here, but he'll go to second instead. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Man, you can't continue to make mistakes like this and expect to win. That's 3 errors so far in this one, and they keep putting themselves in bad situations.
Swing and a liner. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Twins strand a pair as it remains an 8-0 ball game. All set for the start of the inning, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Dave Burns. Grounded back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped a base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In now, Sean Bourbon. And this one's in the dirt. Softly hit to the left side. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Hey, I like this right here. Offense putting a little bit of pressure right here on the defense. This game is not over yet. And if somebody can catch a gap or maybe hit one out, we got a chance to get back in this ball game. We might have something here.
At the plate, Jimmy Howe. A swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. He'll get to this one deep in the hole.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
And they get the double play at third. And now the runner can't get back to third. It's a triple play, and the side is very suddenly retired. So no runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Twins lead it 8-0. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next to hit is the catcher, Terry Dickinson. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. The next Twin up, Joaquin Vasquez. Now the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Lincoln is there, 2 down. Next, it'll be Gavin O'Connell. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
Pitch swung on and foul tipped right off the mask, it sounded like, of the home plate umpire, and that cannot feel too good, I wouldn't imagine. He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Down go the Twins in order as the lead holds at 8-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Rockies offense with Colorado's manager. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. He acknowledged they're doing a pretty nice job of getting guys on, but they're struggling mightily to bring them around to score. There's not just one thing they can do to improve that, but he said it has to start with focus. Focus on execution and focus on not trying to do too much. We'll see if they can buck this trend going forward, guys.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Liner towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. In now for Colorado, Solomon Lincoln. First pitch of the AB on its way. In the air, down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
You can see that he was all over that pitch, yanking it down the line. They're lucky that thing bounced over the fence, because if it would have got lost in the corner out there, there's no telling how far he could have gotten.
Stepping in now, Nelson Salgado, as this is grounded foul off to the left. He's 0 for 1 thus far. This is flared out towards second. And now here is Daniel Castellano. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. He's set, here's the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. He's got it, bare-handed for 1. Next up, Raleigh Samuel. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Hit back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dio? This pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here, right here, and bust through in this one.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch pushed to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Couple of hits lead to one in the inning for Colorado. Last half of the fifth coming up. Twins are out in front, 8-1. Now to bat, Aaron Pena. He flew out in his last debut. First delivery to him. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Hey, they've obviously locked in on something here. They know this pitcher likes to get ahead, and they've done nothing but be aggressive early in the count. There's another leadoff single to get him going.
Into the box now, Daniel Gomes. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. Throw won't get him. At the plate now is Alan Jashik. He bounced out last time up. Grounded back up the middle. And there's one away. Throw across to first won't be in time, so he's aboard on the fielder's choice. Ready now is Derek Welburn. Singled in his last at-bat. Reined in. And it's too late as he's in there. The number 4 Minnesota hitter, Ronan Valentine. Swing and a liner. Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. One run is scored.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
To the plate now, Mark Theophanopoulos. Swing and a line drive, but that'll land foul, strike one. And look out as that gets him. So that's going to bring home a run. Next to stand in is Terry Dickinson. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. One run scores. And they'll hold that runner at third, so everyone moves up, and they remain loaded here with still only one gone. Into the box, Joaquin. Here's the center fielder. One run is scored. And they'll put the brakes on the runner at third, so the bases will remain loaded here with still only one away. In now, Gavin O'Connell. And he is tied up on the fastball there to start things out. It's strike one. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate, 0-2. And a strike 3 called. My gracious, what a pitch with the bases loaded, and there are 2 away now. So they've batted around. And again, here is Aaron Pena as he'll bat for the second time in the inning.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
A ball and 2 strikes now. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So they strike for 4 runs in the inning, but are denied a chance to really do damage as they leave the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. Minnesota leads this one 12-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Sean Bourbon. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Striding forward now is the DH, Jimmy Howe. He's got it in both of his at-bats so far in this one. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is hit softly to third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down. Now the first pitch. Swing and a liner. But this lands foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Slow roller out to short. Scooped up. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. And stepping in, Daniel Gomes. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
There's a slogan as throwing too many strikes. That might be the case for this guy in this outing right here. So far, not pitching all that well, but 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Alan Jashik is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Man, I really don't know how you swing at that. He must have had his mind up he was going to swing as soon as the ball came out of the pitcher's hand.
And there are 2 away now. So next to hit is Derek Welburn. He's 2 for 4 in this one. A bouncer up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
In this case, the numbers really do say it all. That's an incredible 13 hits now. Nothing pretty about those numbers.
Well, the play's been made, and with it comes the end of the inning. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4 last time around. Game 4 heads to the 7th inning now. Twins lead it 12-1. And now in the box, Edwin Freighter. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch. Shot down the line. It's a fair ball. He's around first, heading for 2. And he will make it there as the Rockies are in business right away. It's a leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
At the plate, Solomon Lincoln. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Swing and a liner. That's in there. Base hit. The runner from second scores as they inch a bit closer.
Back-to-back doubles now, and that's a great way to get an inning going. The leadoff man shows him how it's done, and he comes right behind him following suit, lacing a double of his own. Could be a big inning if this continues.
Standing in now, Nelson Salgado, and that's the first out.
Oh, that'll make you smile as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, you blow the guy's bat up, and then you make the play yourself. In your head, you're thinking, nice swing, meat.
Welburn hauls it in, and now the runner at third doesn't know what's going on. And he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run. Rockies forced to settle for 1. 7th inning stretch upcoming here in the Twin Cities. It's the Twins 12 and the Rockies 2. For the plate now is the designated hitter, Mark Theophanopoulos. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Again, another foul ball. Another one sent foul. ready with another 0-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Twins put their leadoff hitter on to get the inning started.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that
Now
pitch. He might have been fooled
catcher.
right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Fielded cleanly, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
So now here is Joaquin Vasquez. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And it's quickly 0-2. Theophanopoulos leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Now batting.
Next, it'll be Gavin O'Connell, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Aaron Pena is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Twins strand a pair, so they're unable to add to their 12-2 lead. First offering. Hit on the ground out to short, right to him. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Digging in, the switch hitter, Dave Burns, as the switch hitter will bat right-handed here. Sent on the ground out to second, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Boy, Dero, this is turning into a hit parade, but it's amazing that they've only scored 2 runs up to this point.
Yeah, matter of time, Dan. You got if the hardest thing in sports is baseball, especially with 43 breathing on your runners on second and third. But somebody will come through.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. The 0-1 on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Now batting. Designated hitter.
At the plate now, Jimmy Howe hit on the ground down the first baseline. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
Boy, the Rockies have been looking for that big hit all game long. They haven't been able to come through so far, but now would be the time to come through.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down.
Now batting. Third baseman. Mitch.
To the plate now, Mitch Montañez. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. 2 left for Colorado, and this one rolls on. It's 12-2. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring forth the rookie outfielder, Daniel Gomes. Grounded back up the middle, reined in. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Digging in will be Alan Jashik. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Welburn.
Into the box now, Derek Welburn. Now a swinging bunt. Working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. A bouncer up the middle. Scooped up to second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Twins are down on 4 pitches, so they're unable to add to their 12-2 lead. Now at the plate, here is Edwin Freighter starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Well, there's another bullet base hit. They've already stranded 11 runners. Could this be the even dozen, D-Row?
This is a hitting coach's nightmare right here. You work so hard to learn how to hit with runners in scoring position. To leave 11, potentially 12 runners on base is a sin.
Freighter aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a liner. But that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Hit back up the middle. There's one. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
We don't get to see the glove tossing up, but boy, it can really help save some time, and it looks good to boot. That's smooth.
So now to the plate, Nelson Salgado. He swings and sends a bullet to right field, and that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one.
I know the score's out of hand right here, but I've never met a big league ball player that's going to give away an at-bat in any game ever. Nice piece of hitting right there, staying within yourself and grabbing you a knock.
Into the box, Daniel Castellano. No balls and 1 strike. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And he falls behind 0-2. Now this crowd of over 38,000 on their feet. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag for the force, and this one is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. 12-2, the final score in this ball game. The Minnesota Twins avoid elimination to force a Game 5 in this World Series. Salvatore Valencia gets the W on the mound. Owen Harden allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 44 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Target Field, 38,649. A reminder that extra light rail trains on the Hiawatha Line and Central Corridor are available at the Target Field station located beyond right field.